We are here in the dark room, and thank God we have a lamp with us.
Oh yes, I'm doing my best to keep things illuminated today.
It's normally pretty dark in here, so we're here and we're lighting up the world. Yeah, well, welcome everyone. Today we are interviewing Lampy Lampdevil.
Hello, bonjour. That is me. And thank you for having me on, Cinders. Thank you so much. It's so nice to have the chance to do this.
Yeah, this is actually the first time we've spoken outside of chat, because normally it's just in chat. So this is cool to actually be able to talk and actually be able to ask you questions, because you've been streaming for quite a while. I think as long as me. I think we've been streaming about the same amount of time.
Amount of time. We started around the same time. We've kind of been sort of in each other's general orbits for the longest while. But we're both like work a day job and are busy and are like putting out this stuff in the moments between. So it's nice that our orbits finally collide in this glorious explosion of interview. Yes.
Yes. And we're hoping to learn a lot in the next. Normally these interviews, they seem to be going about 2 hours. So if we do get to the 2 hour spot, we'll probably just say, like, everyone, if you want to learn more, go find Lampy. So the main place for people to find you would be Twitch, which is
Twitch.
Lampdevil.
Yep. I have a TikTok and I have a YouTube channel that I keep meaning to put more things on, just as general, more permanent catchers of stuff. I like to edit clips and put it there. Editing's fun. I'm getting better at editing. But in general, I do my primary stuff over on Twitch, which you're on right now, I would presume, unless you're watching the YouTube, which then you're not. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube watchers.
We will be putting it on YouTube afterwards, so it's still valid. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
Hello.
If you want to be here for future ones of these, come over here. Come over and watch, and you can ask questions in real time.
Just be there live. Be there in person for the moment, for the thing. Make the history. Yes.
Yes. And if anyone does have any questions, feel free to ask them throughout, and in between the questions we do have, we will answer them, and we'll chat about things, because I'm sure things will come up as we go through. So the first, probably most simple question I have is, what inspired you to start streaming?
Well, it's the same story as I think a lot of people. Is the combination of COVID and being inside too long and desperately needing a new hobby. But because I was inside so long and working from home, like I was working from home full time, so I had like 8 hours a day of second monitor content needing filled. So I started actually. I was watching Final Fantasy XIV related videos, and then I realized all these people making videos had streams. So I'm like, okay, I'll go watch the streams. Then I watched the streams, and I had so much fun watching the streams. I'm like, I want to do streams. Oh boy, I'm gonna be so good at that. I will do streams, and it'll be fantastic. I immediately ran face first into the idea of, okay, I don't really want to put my face on camera because I'm shy. I have a friend, her name's Hannah, who was like a VTuber. She picked up some software to make a 3D character and animate it, and I was like, how do you do that? How do you do that? So I got the software, and I banged together the ugliest goddamn model you ever did see over the course of several days. And I immediately started streaming without any thought as to what was going on or what a VTuber actually was. I just immediately fired up Final Fantasy XIV and got OBS going. I just went for it. I just did it. That's what it was. And the rest of it just kind of snowballed from there.
So, okay, so my next question is, when did you start streaming? So, well, I'll carry on with what you were saying there. So I'm guessing it was in 2020 or 2021 then?
Early 2021, March 2021. Like, I think late February, early March, but it's like in late February I was putting things together, and early March is when I actually had my first streams that I had a record of. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably before like the real boom of like a lot of VTubers coming in, because it feels like a lot of them was 2022 kind of time.
I mean, even in 2021, people were saying that like that was even after the 2020 boom. Well, the 2020 was like the first bit of explosion. If you were doing anything apparently in 2020, you would have gotten an audience and attention for it just because it was so novel. 2021, at that point, it was starting to pick up momentum. There was growth. It was a period of considerable growth. A lot of innocence, I think, too. I mean, you still get people coming going all sparkly eyed and wow, I'm gonna be internet famous anime person and I'm gonna be sparkly gorgeous and do karaoke's and everybody's gonna love me, and it's like then everybody I think gets their hopes dashed a little faster, but it was a lot more just wild and unpredictable, I think, back then. I didn't know what to expect, but I don't think a lot of us knew what to expect. So, yeah.
Yeah, kind of just like trying everything out.
Very much, very much. Yeah, yeah.
It was a good time, I feel. I feel like I
Yeah,
had,
the
I
cursed
was
one,
having
the
fun.
cursed one viewer stream phase, says Haseo, and weirdly, I actually got to skip over that a little bit because I was fortunate that I had some actual friends that were gonna turn up and watch me. It was like my two viewer phase, my two
Yeah,
viewer phase.
I seem to be pretty. I had
Oh,
actually, we just had a
raid,
raid. We just had a
raid.
raid from Love Zombie, who is a very good friend. I've been to a
Oh,
few in-person events with them actually. They're very
oh,
cool.
nice, 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 nice.
Yes. Love Zombies people. Hello. Thank you for the raid. We are currently interviewing Lampy Lampdevil. So if you would like, please consider going over and also following Lampy if you're going over here. Hang on, let me make sure I'm getting the shout out.
Give a shout out there so I can give them a follow too.
Yeah, you have to remember the 0. It's not a O in love.
Oh,
it's a 0.
sneaky.
There you go. Thank you, Zombie.
Sneaky.
Zombie is also someone that likes to experiment with their model. They love their VTuber art and everything. They're very cool. So
well, that's like so much of the fun of it. Like if
yes.
I may amble onwards at the prompting there, like a lot of the reason I started VTubing because I didn't want to show my face, but I kept VTubing because this is fun. Just the mere act of digital dress up that it is like nothing else I've ever done in my entire life. There's so much to tinker with on like a technical and artistic level that it is very easy just to fall in face first and blow bubbles in it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a good time. And I definitely think like the celebration of just the creativity of just like character design is my favorite part. For sure. We kind of answered already the next question a little bit, but we spoke about so people people can find you on Twitch and then also YouTube and other things. What do you do on those things? What kind of games do you play?
What do I mostly do? Well, I started with Final Fantasy 14 and I fire that up every so often. I wanted to be an MMO streamer, which is like that's a hard row to hoe, so to speak. I'm not exactly a cozy game streamer because my idea of what a cozy game is a little off kilter. But my primary thing is I talk about stuff and I play something simple. Every Saturday I'm doing Picross and coffee. I play Picross games and we drink coffee and I give everybody who's in chat a little cardboard coffee cup.
You do.
Just we're all hanging out together. Essentially, that's the idea. Beyond that, if I'm playing games, I'm playing stuff like Terraria, just like running around, hitting blocks. I will sometimes do a playthrough of something older. I play a lot of older games because it's like it costs money to play new games, and I'm cheap.
It does.
And Picross, what is Picross, Dr. Ruby? It is, have you ever heard of nonograms? You know those things where you got a grid of 5x5 or 10x10 and there's numbers and you got to use the numbers as clues to pick out the picture in them? It's that. For a while I joked, this is not a very exciting stream game. No one's going to watch me do this, but I really just want to do this to you guys one day. So one of these days I'm going to fire up Picross and make you watch me play Picross. It turns out that people actually enjoy that because I'm so good at Picross that I'm just going do when we're talking about stuff the entire time.
And that is cozy. I know you said it's maybe unconventional cozy, but I think it's cozy. It's nice with the coffees because you write the names on them as well, so it feels very personable. I like it.
Yeah. And if did I ever give you your PNG for your cup? I always, if I know you stream or someone wants it,
I don't have the PNG. I'd like the PNG. That'd be cool.
Hold on a second here. Wait, we're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna join this live, and I also see a question from Edamame Dad in
Yes.
there. My favorite game to play on stream or off stream, and are they different or the same? Well, honestly, there was a period where all I was doing on stream and all I was doing off stream was Terraria. That was it. Just so much of that, but that's more just a case of my brain got stuck in one single mode. That's all I really wanted to do, constantly, all the time. Sometimes that's just how it ends up. All right, I think we got.
I can understand that.
But
I definitely like just want to play one game, especially when I get into Minecraft mode. That's
there. I passed you your coffee cup along, and I tossed
Thank
that in
you.
Discord, so you can grab that whenever. Go.
Do you have your own coffee cup?
I do.
Would you like us to share a coffee within the cave?
I can put it on my. I should be able to put it in my end over here.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Did I? Yep. I made this ages ago. Does it gonna? Let me? There, it just lets me drag it. You can just drag something right on. Right on in. Right on in. There we go.
There we go. Ooh.
I'm just gonna plonk that.
There we go. We can share our coffees. Oh, did it attach to me? There you go. You can have it.
All right. There.
It's spinning back to you now.
Trying to take the item. All right, there we are. Okay, there we are. Coffee. We got our coffees. There we go. Technology.
Yeah, as soon as you pin it to the other model, it's theirs. So
yeah, and my tail is a power cord. My tail is also a power cord, and like literally,
yes.
my horn. I'm gonna turn my horns off for a sec, but it's dark in here.
Yeah.
We need them all. We need them on today. So
yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a good job at being a lamp. It's very good.
I try. I really do. It's a tricky job, and there's not that much. There's a lot of demand, but there's not that much demand. It doesn't pay very well. So my day job is not actually lamping. I'm not actually lamping. I'm like I'm an office worker.
Yeah.
I get my lamping done on my own time.
Yeah, it's a personal lamp project.
Yes. My passion, my real passion is lamping.
Sumi is saying, do you have travel adapters for the tower?
I don't have any because I haven't traveled far enough to need it, but that is definitely a concern if I do travel far enough to require it. I've only ever I'm Canadian lamp. I'm from the Canadian nether realm. It's like Canada except it's undergrounder, you know. It's the place where all those VTubers backstories were like, I'm from hell and I got out of hell and now I play video games. It's like I'm still there. So, it's that place. But like, I've only traveled to the US and they use the same power cords there, but overseas batteries. I have battery feelings about batteries. I'd rather have AA batteries than the AAAs because the AAAs you snack on too many of them. They're too small. You just go calm.
They're too easy, too bite-sized, too easy.
Too bite-sized. You got to portion control easier. AAs are easier to portion control.
Ruby's asking if you have a problem with moths.
Weirdly enough, no. Weirdly enough, most moths that I have encountered are polite and have not been overly forward. For the most part, most moths make a big deal about, lamps, lamps. But they're actually, most moths are perfectly normal, regular individuals I've had nothing but positive interactions. So,
We'll have to find some moth VTubers and then get a collab and just.
There's quite a few of them out there. Moths are an excellent animal to base your style around.
It's pretty because you can have the wings. You can have a bunch of things. I think it's quite nice. I've actually been a little bit tempted to stray into the realm of moths and butterflies.
Oh,
I think it could be good, especially with like a little antennae kind of thing going on.
Get a little bit of insect to go with the arachnidiness.
Yes.
It's like additional props are the thing. Additional props are like just want to put extra stuff on there.
And it helps with the whole, because everyone always talks about your silhouette and things like that, and it helps with that if you can have a few accessories, which I feel like your tail definitely helps towards.
Yeah, you've got such a lovely silhouette as well with the antenna on there and the shape of your hair there. It's just like very distinct.
Yes. People don't often notice, but the hair itself is a spider. It's got four hair strands on each side, and the crosses are meant to be eyes.
I see. Oh, I see. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That is so good.
It's all in there, and it was the same when I had my 3D model. It was 4 on each side, And when I had the 2D model made, I was like, it's very important. It's very important. It's for hair strands.
Yes,
So
yes.
very good.
Very, very good. Very good. But yeah, and I
Um,
see more edamame questions there. The lamp lore, how did I come to life? I am the product of so the spirit of a lighthouse and the spirit of a haunted house got together, and as a result, all of the furniture in said haunted house ended up becoming more or less little poltergeisty things of varying, lamps and refrigerators and beds and curtains and vacuum cleaners and stuff. Anyway,
Mhm.
um, I'm a lamp in such circumstance. But I take after my mom a lot because, we're both illuminators, right? My family circumstance, Haseo knows about the family circumstances, yes, but
Mhm.
my mom's a lighthouse. She's a very big figure in the community. Like, she really, really stands out there for everybody, and I want to really be like her someday, but I only have so much wattage, right? So I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best.
You're trying to shine bright.
Yes, yes. So kids, you
What an
see, when two
icon.
spirits love each other so much, yes, weird little freaky
Yes.
VTuber children result. Mm-hmm.
Outside of streaming, do you have any hobbies? Anything you like to
Yeah,
do?
I like to cook. I love cooking. And that does overlap a little with my streaming lately, but enough of it's like, I just like to cook for its own sake. I mean, you gotta eat. You gotta eat, so you might as well enjoy it. So I have been enjoying that quite a lot, because I like to eat, because food's good. But no, I collect cookbooks. I like to try lots of different recipes. We're entering Christmas baking season right now, so a lot of my mental energy is being devoted to doing things with butter, you know? I've also gotten back into jewelry making because I
Oh,
found my stash of beads and wires and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to use some of this stuff up. So,
I like the jewelry making with beads. I took a bunch of beads when I went to visit some friends recently, and we all made little friendship bracelets, and it was
oh,
very cute. It was
that's
very
excellent.
cool, and
That
you
is the
get
nice
something
thing
to bring
about
home with
having
you.
the yeah, that is the nice thing about having, your own sets of beads and stuff. I wanted to get some letter ones and do some stuff like that. It's
Mhm.
just a matter of like it costs money. And I gotta try to not spend too much, especially since holidays. And do you know how much butter costs? Do you know how much eggs cost right now? Cookies take a bit of investment this year. So
Use it sparingly, but
we
it's
we
it's
pick
worth it for that
we pick
Christmas
one
feeling, I
hobby. We
think.
pick one hobby for the holidays, and then after that we can switch to the other hobby for after the holidays.
Edamame is asking, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because it's like, I do enjoy the baking, but like baking is so much more involved and fussy. I like just
Mhm.
going in the kitchen and improvising mostly. I like making dinner, just basically making dinner. I like the prospect of hey, do I have some friends over? Are some people in? Okay, can I feed you guys real quick? And I just love throwing something together. So I like making dinner, lunch. I like cooking for people like I savory dishes, just putting something together what I got. Throw something in the rice cooker, get out the pan, combine vegetables until something happens, that kind of thing. Mhm.
Making good food. We kind of had a theme from the last two episodes, just because it became a topic. What's your favorite soup?
My favorite soup. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because it's like I'm immediately reminded I have to trace this back here. There's this one soup that at East Side Mario's, which is a
Oh,
pizza pasta kind of chain
yes.
in
I've been there.
Canada. And like
Yeah.
the Italian wedding soup, I would have to say, any soup that's got a sufficient amount of vegetable in it, like with the bits of spinach and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's like it's like a vegetable soup with a clear broth and meatballs and little confetti pasta. That stuff, that's good.
The,
I like that.
the little bread things they have at Eastside Mario's are very good.
Oh, they are. They really are.
They're very good. That's
I
all
have.
I
I,
remember.
I have not been in forever. I've not been in forever. It's not one of the usual spots to go for
Mhm.
takeout or dinner out or whatever. But like I have memories of many dinners at East Side Mares that were very good. Yes, but yeah, soup.
Siren is asking, any games you want to get into or back into?
get back into. I want to get doing more Final Fantasy 14 stuff on stream again. I did a lot of that for a while and then I postponed it. I've been doing a Terraria clear. I've done a full run, started a fresh world, ran all the way through, beat the boss last weekend. So, it's more Terraria this weekend, but like I only got so many days I can do stuff on stream, right? So, I want to get back to Look Outside actually. Have you heard of Look
Ooh.
Outside?
Yes, I haven't played it, but I've seen a bunch of things about it.
Yeah, I want to get back. It gave me an honest to god nightmare. It gave me an honest to god nightmare after playing it a couple times on last time on stream, and I just like, we're gonna put that down for a bit. We're gonna put that down for a bit. We're gonna come back to it later. We're gonna come back to that later. But I'd like to come back to it. It's the kind of thing that I know I've got at least one friend. I know my friend Talia is very excited to see me play more of it. So yeah, crying. Yeah, she has to go there in the chat with the crying emotes. But yeah, am I more of a chaotic streamer? Well, chaotic streamer implies I think a lot more yelling and screaming and making funny noises, and
Yeah.
I have ADHD, so I'm not consistent. But I'm too lightheaded to be chaotic. I think, you know. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're chaotic.
No,
I'd say
like I'm.
you're pretty consistent. Like I feel like you know what to expect and it's welcome and it's good.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'm not great at coming up with new ideas. I have to admit one of my biggest weaknesses, and I'm really envious of people who are always coming up with some new wacky thing to be putting out there and jumping in with. And I'm like, I'm just really happy if I can get from the start of my day to the end of my day with all of my regular normal goals done. And at this point a normal goal is open OBS, turn on OBS, go on stream, do stream, give everybody a hi, hello, have everybody turn off stream and go to bed. There you go. There's not anything more complicated than that is difficult. So
I I feel like for a lot of people that kind of routine is very comforting because they know what to expect. They know they're gonna come. They're gonna get their coffee cup. They can
that is
sit and
that is
hang out
a
and yeah,
that is
be
actually a
happy.
really good point. That's actually a really good point in regards to streaming stuff. It's like you're tempted to be chaotic and wild, but uh it's nice to be the stream where people come and do a check-in. That's what the Saturdays usually are for me and my community and my friends. It's like people will just swing by real quick, say hello, because then they'll know I'm there and they know everybody else is in there, and it's just like just a nice little stopping point from the beginning of your weekend to whatever you're going to go off and do. I think that's real nice, you know?
I think so. I think so.
Mhm.
Our next question. We kind of already went over it a little bit, but I was wondering if there was any other characters within your lore.
That's about it. We covered, the haunted house dad and the lighthouse mom and my cat boy husband. Well, there's my cats. There's my actual cats. That's not really lore so much as my cats have to appear on stream because some of them jump on me while I'm actually live.
Have you considered a cat cam, or is that's too much immersion break, as
I
people
have
would
I
say?
have a camera set up in hand cam space, and the hand cam space
Oh,
is
you do?
also simultaneously the cat's nap spot. But he is
Okay,
not
there you go.
consistent about actually napping there, so it's like, I could always try to do it. As for putting the cats up to the mic, T-base, I think both of them are downstairs bumming around for treats right now, so they're not actually here to be shown, unfortunately. Excuse me here, but I do have a prop. I have a prop to represent the cats.
See if it
Let's
pops
pop that
up.
up here. See if that loads on you on Cinders' end successfully. It may or may not. It may or may
Oh,
not. Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
there, I see it. Oh, that's
And it
cute.
Yeah, that is my cat Sammy for whenever Sammy pops up because he will jump into my arms and request to be supported and I can't touch my keyboard. Maybe I can get to my mouse. So he will headbutt the microphone and knock it around with his bum. It's not usually microphone headbutts. He usually doesn't care about the microphone. He's just like getting his butt up in everything, you know. He's a cutie baby.
They
He's a
want to do what
cutie
you're
little baby.
doing. They see you on the PC, they want to be on the PC.
They want to be there. They want to be what you're up to. They want to snuggle because snuggles are good. So we have the little cat blanket with the cat in it, and it's the best. The best. This is a purchased asset I got from Eco, I think it is. But yeah, just purchased asset, and I've set it up so one of my preferences, actually, if I can get up on a quick derailed soapbox,
Oh, go
if
for
you
it.
have a pet and you want to import it into your live 2D, and you don't want to freak everybody out because it's going to blink at the same time as you, you can actually just set that particular model to auto blink instead. Set it to just auto
Yes.
blink rather than sync with your blinks, and have it react to, like, see, you notice if I move back and forth, the cat moves back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also done a thing where it's like eyes open wide if I move this way, eyes open closed if I move down this way.
Oh,
I've changed the parameters around on it so it reacts a little bit more organically, you know?
that's clever because I have like a little plush toy that pops up sometimes that follows my face, but it is kind of strange that it's like in unison with me. So
So if
that's
you
a really good device for that.
yeah, you can reassign some of the values for what it tracks as to just use it up a little bit, make it a little bit less one to one. I think it gives it a better effect. We will see on the VOD how good of an effect it actually is. But anyway,
Yeah, it looks good
let's
to
let Sammy
me.
go here. Pop down. There we are.
Bye. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for people who are designing their character?
Oh, my best advice for character design is please design your character. Just, I don't care how you do it, just do it, because that's not what I did, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said back at the initial How'd You Get Started, I literally just threw some clothes onto a 3D model and evolved it gradually. And if anything, I suppose that is proof that you can do that if you want. If you're not sure, if you don't have some grand design in mind, don't worry about it just yet. Put together something that is acceptable to you in the moment and start making stuff. But it is, if you're serious about things and you want to, look good and promo well and all that other stuff, sit down and consider a design with a nice palette and a nice silhouette and something that speaks to you and something that's got some fun stuff to play off of, Like, so you make some jokes about it. You've got maybe an animal that's fun to make stuff about. You can make animal noises if you want. That's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about giving it thought immediately, but you're going to have to think about it eventually if you're going to stick with it. I think that sums the advice up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for myself, just coming up with random, like not random, but like motives I liked, and then like trying to stick into that. So like picking the colors, picking a theme, and then just moving within that space. Because
Mhm.
I think if I was just left to just choose whatever, I wouldn't be able to settle on a thing. And like sometimes I feel somewhat restricted by it, but I feel
It
like
can
it's
be. It can
helped
be.
funnel into like a cohesive actual character. But
But
if I was just left to my own devices, I'd be something new every week.
yeah,
So,
restrictions can give you direction to go in.
yes, exactly.
Freedom is nice. Freedom is very nice, but like you said, expectation. I think expectation of your viewers and what they expect to see can count for a lot in this sort of thing.
Yes.
It doesn't matter as much if you don't have a lot of viewers, or if you're just streaming to friends, you're just doing this for fun, if you're relatively small. But if you are serious, even if you don't want to, like, oh, I'm going to get famous and make a bunch of money, if you're serious about, okay, you want to do this seriously, take your design seriously, take your theme seriously, you gotta pick something and lock in and move forward with it, even if you see something cool off to the side. And I see Edamame Dad's got a question. What are my models before
Okay.
this, and am I planning to change it? Oh, I can't go too far back because up to a certain point I was using 3D models. I know I've got pictures. There might be
Yeah,
old footage somewhere around on my YouTube and
there
stuff. And
definitely is on YouTube. I was looking at some shorts, and I think there was an old. Yeah, you have both your two different 3D models on there. I think.
yeah, I've got there's like three distinct 3D model things, where one
Mhm.
with the spiky hair, one with the smoother hair that's more like the hair I have now,
Yeah.
and there's a midpoint one in there that's like this really nice one I got made custom by Pandy, that's like this sort of line eyes and kind of bobble,
Yeah, I like
like
that.
this sphere, the orb hands. But yeah, if you'd like, it would now
Yeah,
be a
go
good
for
time for
it.
me to load and unload some stuff and see if we can really make this thing chug. I
Yeah,
do have
go
some
for
of my
it.
older
If you want to
models.
show off your other models.
We'll see if
Let's see him.
we'll see if my cup holds between here. But yeah, I will haul out because I still have it loaded in my model options. This is my first live 2D model, my very first live 2D model, which I still like it, but it was definitely all right. We're gonna load this. We're gonna load in. Whoop.
It should be pretty quick. You're pretty quick to load in at the start, so
And
should be okay.
let me get myself in there next to you. Well, there we go. And there's a little bit of illumination in my eyes in this, but yeah, this is you can see it's very similar. You can take that off, and I think it's a similar design. It's a similar colors. It's pretty much all the same kind of stuff, but it's just a little bit. Well, it was my model artists one of their first efforts, I think, and they learned a lot while making it, I think, and I really like the delicacy of the lines around the hair and the face.
Yeah, I think very soft.
That's very nice. I can't remember precisely when I got this. I think it was about a year after I started, maybe a little more than that. Let me actually check some. I can check some dates on some stuff here, and that should give me an idea. I believe. Okay. 2023. I think I might have gotten this in 2023. Somewhere around the beginning of 2023. I want to say.
They did a great job. So it's one of their first models. That's really good.
Yeah, so much time has passed that everything's just like, what is this even? Oh, I've got some dates. Okay, I've got some dates on some snippets here. Yeah, this was early. This is January 2023. That's the first time I used this. And actually, I do have some latest model as well, but we're gonna 1 second here. Here is from the same artist, one that I still use on the regular.
One? Yeah.
Because honestly, even if it's very simple.
Yes.
Oh, all the stuff in my jacket lights up. I forget I'd set it to work like that. And also, I have illuminated horns on this that I did through editing the mesh. But no, it's like really, it's extremely simple. It's the most lightweight model I have, but there's something about it that it's incomplete as well. My poor artist was like, they just gave me this thing with like a few things left undone and they vanished.
Oh no.
But it's so small and cute and simple that it just kind of wraps back around again to being incredibly expressive. You know? It's
there's
like
something about it. I feel it suits you very well. I don't know how
really
to describe it.
It really does. It's like, for all that I've been here tall and normal the entire time, honest to God, I'm a low energy gremlin. I'm let me get this sleeping mask off.
Throw it over there. Throw it in the corner.
Don't need that. We're awake right now. But no, like, very consistent in the design. It's been very much t-shirt, shorts, mismatched socks, big sweater. In something or another. However, I did pick up something as a bit of a gift to myself over Halloween. And it's tricky because I have a costume loaded onto the model is the thing, so it's gonna be weird if I'm gonna have to. It might not load properly, but let me see. We'll see. We'll try. We'll see what happens. If it comes down to it, I may give you a preview of some other thing that nobody else has seen before yet. Maybe we'll see, but
we'll see. Should I stand in front of you? I'll hide it.
It should be okay. It should be okay, but I might have to check my shortcut key. Oh, here we go. This outfit the outfit I'm wearing here is going to take a second to load, but
okay. I was going to say you've disappeared.
Yeah, I gotta load in.
She's hiding. She's behind.
Send the data over. And thank you guys complimenting that the design. Oh, my head and then the rest of it pops in. Cool. Yes. Yeah, this outfit is a costume that I picked up. It's one of those things where you just erase your body and you stick the costume on. But as you can see, it's a sleepier expression. It's got V-Bridger parameters, but I'm not using them right now. It's got like I still have my hair bow. That's one of my fundamental design aspects. I always have to have a bow wrapped around my horn. Anything else can vary a little bit, but there has to be that. And yeah, it was your character here from my model parent Olive. And he was offering special Halloween ones. You'll see that the Halloween thing in a second here once I actually swap back to proper body options. I think this should work, but we're gonna turn my body back on, and then we're gonna take the costume off. So 1 second here. All right, that's safe. That's safe. And then we're gonna turn the costume. Da-da, bah. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I have to. I have to remask my lips. Hold on.
That's okay. It's because the
It's a little bit of a
behind the scenes.
All right, there we go. There's my My colors are correct. All right, there we are. Bit of the behind the scenes stuff here, but you can see it's a sitting model. It's a sitting model. But
it actually works very well with this background as well. You like,
but it was a Halloween model.
Pumpkin.
So it
Hell
comes.
Yeah. That looks.
It
so
comes
cool.
with a pumpkin to sit on, and it has a whole bunch of toggles, like have a wine glass.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a pre-made, and all the rigging is done, and it's just putting your character on the body, right? So,
sleeping.
Excuse me, 1 second there.
So that's just like hiding your body and then putting the head on it, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it works really well.
That's really cool.
It gives you a lot of options. There's quite a few artists that will make just costumes, and you can stick them on. And we have a book to read, you know, if we're reading, have to do book reviews or whatever. And also,
yay!
Anyway,
that's so great. I love it.
And you have some candy. Yeah. But yeah, that's.
I think it's a really good showcase of possibilities within like your character here stuff for models.
Yeah, so much stuff that can be done. So much stuff. And I think I have some other face toggles. There's a sad expression, and there's kind of like, you know, the eyes there and the grin there, and yeah. So, but knife to candy is super quick. I don't get mad that often. But I am gonna pop back over. We'll put that away. And actually like, what else do I have kicking around in here? Oh, and this is a favorite one. This is a favorite one on stream. I have a redeem for this. Oh, get back on there. That should load in relatively quickly.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick. That's so cool.
I am not illuminated. I have not illuminated any of the textures on this. I'm just potato. This is also one from my model parent, Olive. He has a whole bunch of different bases for silly models.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna have to check them out.
Absolutely. I think like
maybe I might have to get some.
It's one of the nicest things is there's a lot of people that do offer. They'll make a model base, and you can just like for about anywhere from $50 to $100 USD. Let's USD. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You can basically get your own character added on. And you have a fun, silly model just for the heck of it. And it's like, do I have? I forget if I have toggles on this or not. It's mostly it just is. But that's all you really need with something like this.
But it's the
knife is optional. I brought my own knife. That's like you have to defend yourself when you're a potato. Self-defense.
Yes.
The small things. But I'll show you another example of like I am now on a purchasing ban after I bought myself all this stuff. I got to be real with you here. But this is one that I got recently in celebration of the fact that I'm learning how to drive. We're gonna.
Oh, it's not loaded yet, but I think I know. Yes.
The I don't car.
I saw this. I love this.
Like
they do a UFO as well. I saw on the.
They do a UFO version of it. Yes. You can get that, but also it was at Halloween, so it had like a Halloween toggle on it. But the rest of the year, you're just driving.
Yeah. I was looking at these. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, this is way too much. This is excessive. Don't be like me. Stay focused.
You don't need a car model, but
you don't need that. That's not strictly necessary. And I would load the pixel model, but I love my pixel model from Hexos, but it will probably make the collab stuff implode, so we're not gonna.
Oh, is it quite
let's
heavy?
It is very heavy because it's one of those customizables, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get back in here. Just normal, regular,
Yeah.
degular Lampy.
The Pixel one you used, I have a couple of other friends that use that one, and it looks great.
It's
I
so
like that
good.
one a lot.
I super recommend that one. It's got a lot of very customizable parts. I'm actually quite delighted that the artist added a power cord tail because I saw there was 2 other people I saw commenting on Twitter or something about parts to have added, and there's at least a couple of us that like we wanted a power cord, and there's a power cord tail included. So it's very very good for it edits well. It edits well, and it's very bouncy and fun. Like it's worth every penny as a pre-made. Yes. And a cave is technically a garage, says Dr. Ruby, which is like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay that I drove my car in here and then drove right back
Yeah,
out,
it's
right?
fine. There's room. There's room. There's a
Okay,
lot
but
of
yeah,
room in here. Of course, there is a fire. There is canonically a fire in the room back there. So as long as the car's okay and you're okay, I
fine,
think it's
we're
all
fine. It's
good.
fine looking back there. Oh, I see there. It's fine, we're fine, we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. We don't
It's
worry
fine.
too much about it, but it is a never-ending fire, and it did result in many people perishing that did live in this cave. But it's fine. We're here now.
Fine, it's
So
fine.
that's
I'm
the
sure it's
past.
fine. The backroom inferno. There we go. It's
Mhm.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
It's
they
fine.
did
It's
happen
fine.
to be my enemies, but
That's even more
unrelated.
fine. That's finer. That's finer even.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, yeah. Don't have any enemies, but I did, I guess. But anyway, let's go. Are there
Yes.
any artists that helped you create the character?
Yes, actually. I want to give credit to, well, I dressed myself, I did, which is a lot of the
Mhm.
trouble. A lot of it's just combining various textures and stuff to be a general shape and, t-shirt, sweater, whatever the case. But the refinement of the outfit was on Arizwi, which was my artist for my first live 2D. They made the sweater particularly star spangled in what it was because I didn't really have a reliable sweater before then. It was just t-shirt and shorts. They added some elements in that way. I know I want to credit also Olive for refining that further. The dress and the whole design with the hair bow and the sort of the cream colored roses, the one on the Halloween model, is also a design that I actually just purchased the outfit for like $50 from somebody that was selling off outfits. I do have the credits should be around here somewhere for them. They may have changed their name since then. Like it's a wild world out there for these sorts of things. But Kate Box, CATE Box. But yeah, I got it was just an outfit purchase. But yeah, one thing I really do want to do, I have to stop spending money on small things and save up for a large thing, is just definitely finding an artist to work with. And I know I've got some friends that can have their model parents and their designers as well. And they're like, I'd really like to sit down and talk with them. I think that would be really great. But gotta pinch my pennies a little first,
Yeah, it can be a very enticing, especially looking through VGen. I feel like I
Oh
sit there for
God!
ages and I'm like, I want this, I want this, I
I
want
want
this.
this. I want that. It's dangerous browsing through VGen.
It is. It is. I'm like, I set myself a certain amount I wanted to save this month. And then I bought a bunch of things, and then I remembered it was Christmas, and then I bought
Oh no!
so it's kind of fallen through a little bit, but
it's a mood.
it'll be
That's
okay.
a mood. That is a mood for sure. I see there at Mommy Dad's got a question. Do I do art of my own? Oh, not as much as I would like to. I certainly used to do a lot more art than I did. I'm pretty capable with both a mouse and a tablet, and I have a very nice screen tablet that I just keep meaning to sit down with and do some proper art. Maybe do a set of my own icons, just stuff. But I'm just like so preoccupied with other things right now that I'm just not arting as hard as I might otherwise like. If I had more hours in the day, I would be doing a lot more actual art. As it stands, I'll just like open up MS Paint and scribble things with my mouse and post those sometimes. It's like proper art. It's like the I've got the hump to get over of I have this great new tablet that's a really powerful tool, but I have to figure out a process for making things with it, and that's a bit of enough of a struggle that I'm just kind of putting it off and putting it off. But no, I just like do digital art, draw. If someone does something, if I think of something funny and I think it's funny, I'll do a funny little doodle for them and post it. Like that's about what it is. It's drawing as a form of communication. I'm
Yeah.
not really making any finished pieces to hang in a gallery. I'm just scribbling stuff as part of the ongoing discourse in the positive sense. Yeah.
Mhm. It's nice having the tools to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like with the tablet and like just being able to do the little doodle and make something for someone, be a little bit creative. Even if I always kind of fall under the thing of saying like make bad art, not necessarily that
Yes.
it's actually bad, but make something for the sake of making it, to
Just
gift
do
it
it.
to someone, just to use it. Doesn't matter if it's not a masterpiece, just
Even if it's imperfect,
make
it's
it.
worth making. You'll learn
Yes,
something in the
yes.
process of making. And the principle's not just about art or drawings, but like the same idea of video editing. I don't know how
Hmm.
to do it. Well, start trying. You'll learn as you go. How about streaming? Well, I don't know how to do it. Well, you'll learn as you go. Just try.
Yes.
You gotta. The first step of learning is trying. So, yes.
Yeah. And there's always the saying is like, the show will go wrong, and as the show will go on, but also the show will go wrong. And it's like there's always something that's broken,
The
so you
show.
just got to do it. Otherwise, it's never going to be perfect.
Hmm. It's like something like it'd be so hard if I start now. I'll never get there. It'll take me 20 years to get good at this. Well, if you don't
Hmm.
start now, you'll never get good at it. So you start now. Start now. Anything that takes time is worth spending the time doing because you're otherwise what are you spending that time doing, you know?
Yes, exactly.
I think that I like looking at it that way.
I wrote when here, but I meant where. But where do you search for your customizable models
Oh,
and
Booth.
everything?
Booth.pm is very good, but there's actually a Discord that I joined recently that's like
Hmm.
a sort of a customizable model central location. It's run by Vesper Nestia. I know she's been posting her stuff around a lot.
Ah,
Of course,
okay.
how much precisely, like, everybody knows Vesper. Well, I don't know. I know her because now that I know her, she's constantly on my feed. But there's a customizable VTubers Discord where it's like who has customizable models. People will post stuff there. But so a lot of it's like you'll see new resources there. Sometimes I'll see it on my social media feeds because I follow artists that will repost that kind of stuff. But I find a lot of things like assets and outfits and stuff on booth.pm. And I think like you remember you were a Vroid person. Did
Yeah.
you do your own Vroid work back when you were doing the Vroid stuff?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah,
And
you know.
also I used Booth. So
Mhm.
it is very good.
Like hair, the hardest, the nastiest goddamn thing when starting back in 2021 with Vroid Studio Beta was that they had like you had to make your own hair from scratch, and so that was agony. I just eventually spent $5 and bought a hair off of somebody and slapped that hair on there. I was like, perfect, fantastic. There you go.
Yeah. It's part of the reason why the Cinders B-Red model's hair is it's very like basic. Like it
Yep.
does have just the 4 strands and then the front pieces and everything. Like it's it's very basic. I removed like all of the rim lighting and all the stuff that,
Oh yeah, you
yeah, I
have to do a
removed
lot to
all of
like
that.
you'd have to do a lot with the Vroids back in the day to make them look a little bit less off the
Yes.
shelf as well. And it's like just the smallest things could get you there, but it's like, oh man, oh man, oh man. But honestly, there's a lot of artists on Booth that like. There's a particular artist that I swear posts a new outfit every day, which is just basically a
Mhm.
very simple body shape and it just wiggles back and forth. And they're all very much like I'm just a person wearing a shirt, and the shirt's very open because I'm a VTuber, and you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get stuff that's a little. A little more fancy. I did lost my coffee.
Yeah.
I realized in all the
You
shuffle.
did. That's
Well,
okay. It's
let me
probably down on the floor. It's probably just put
I
down.
drank my coffee. It's done now. It's like it's
Oh.
got cool. We're just gonna put it down. It's out of
Okay.
frame. We're fine. We're fine.
Okay. I still got a bit left, so I'm gonna keep it for a little bit.
All right.
Um,
Mm.
yeah. So, do you have any stories that helped you develop the character? This could be like personal anecdotes or just stories within the character's lore.
A lot of it was just like well, Lampdevil is honestly that's what I just called myself online for the longest time. I didn't
Mhm.
think of a new character to stream as. I was just like, it's me. Only it's not me. The little bit of remove is kind of like I think what a lot of VTubers do when they're not like deep into the lore stuff is it's me, but with a fantasy glaze sprinkled
Mhm.
on top. A little bit of that. So a
I
little bit
I
of
feel
it's
like that. Yeah.
but so like coming up with ideas. What is a lamp devil exactly? I had to come to terms with that very early on. It was like, well, if I'm a devil, I need horns. And I had like these weird little spiral horns for the longest time until I went experimenting with V-Roid hair. And it's like, hey, this is like neon tubes. And now I have like little neon tube horns, you know.
Mhm.
But it's all was a gradual process of just like thinking about what's a Lampdevil and how can I make this more clear in my design, and the rest of it's just like people ask questions and I have to come up with an answer, and if the answer's good enough it sticks. That's a lot of what that comes down to. Like the whole thing about my mom being a lighthouse was like, well, I did a reveal that I had like all these new horns, and I renovated my entire model's head, and I wanted to reveal it, so I put a big hat on. Like the hat was literally the size of like 5 hats. It was huge because it had to cover the horns, right? And I
Yeah,
was joking around that I borrowed this hat from my mom. She's a lighthouse. That's why it's huge.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So it's that
Makes a
kind of
lot of
thing.
sense. That means you're small, like you're little compared to some of your family.
I'm very tiny in comparison to a lot of my family members. I'm like that's probably where the gremlin tendencies come from, I suppose.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
My next question is more of a personal one, but do you feel streaming has helped your real world conversational skills?
That's a hard one to say because I'd like to think that I came into this with pretty good conversational skills. If
Mhm.
anything, I think like streaming has made my real life conversational skills a little more questionable. I'm definitely I'm quick. Am I more quick witted and sassier? Do I use weirder slang? Do I talk like I'm on Twitch? I think I talk like I'm on Twitch much more often than I should.
Do you have any advice for brand new streamers?
Oh, just do it. The classic just start
Yes.
streaming advice. You can spend as much time as you want preparing future events and all of that kind of stuff. That would be fine. But, like, if you're brand new to streaming and you've never edited videos and you've never performed on stage and you've never done any of these things before, just start streaming. Just get the most basic setup you can get going. Get a picture of something and draw 2 eyes on it and a mouth and a
Yes.
face. Have a PNG that talks. Just do the most basic stuff and start streaming to people. Start practicing using your software. Start practicing talking to chat. Just start because that's the easiest way to learn, and you definitely need to start getting the skills down and get comfortable with all the stuff before you can even consider doing a VTuber debut or whatever the hell
Mhm.
else. Just start at it. Just do it. Stop. Don't mess around. Don't delay. And that's I think a lot of people fall into the trap of I can't start until it's perfect. No, everybody's stream is garbage. Even if you think their stream is excellent, everybody's stream technically behind the scenes is held together by 15 weird
Mhm.
PNGs and some assets you've never seen before and a bunch of software that's just going to explode at any moment. Everybody just makes it look better than it actually is. Just go for it. Just do it. Every
Yeah.
minute streaming is good practice, like T-Bass says.
Yeah.
And
The source for this screen is just called karaoke. Because I just renamed it's just it's working, so it's fine.
I'm guilty of doing precisely that kind of thing. It's like we're just repurposing this. We're just repurposing this.
It's working. You can see the screen. It's fine.
We are one software update from exploding, and I do see a question from Edamame Dad. We're gonna loop back to that
Yes.
real quick. Do I play games like Detroit Become Human, like sort of story games and stuff? Usually, I'm open to all kinds of different stuff, but that's not my usual jam because they can take a while to play through, and there's often sometimes a lot of reading or whatever. So but yes, back to the advice though. Any secondary advice on that is like audio check. My second advice to you, other than the primary one that you're going to get from everybody else, my more specialized advice is it is a really good idea, and not all of us are actually do it, but it's a really good idea if you're doing anything special or different with your stream setup. Before you go live, do a quick record test and make everybody talk and turn on all your sources. And then turn them all off and then stop that and rewatch it. Make sure. Check first because there will be an occasion you have not checked. And something's going to be screwed up somewhere. And you're going to feel like the most embarrassed person ever trying to fix it live. And you're going to be all stressed out. And yeah. And Dr. Ruby's got the gist of it as well. People can handle bad visuals, but if your audio is really bad, that's just no go. If it hurts to listen to, you're gonna have a lot less people there. They're just gonna a decent audio gets you so far. So you want to make sure that your volume level, not that your volume levels aren't too high or too low, and that everything that you want in there is happening, and that they can hear your guests. And I say there with make sure you actually press the start streaming button. That's also important. Although if you
Yes.
don't do that, it becomes rapidly obvious.
Yeah, it's like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
Hmm.
My first ever one of these episodes, I didn't check the audio and I accidentally left the karaoke, like the reverb thing on. And for the first episode, it actually sounded like I was in a cave, which is somewhat thematic, but it wasn't what I wanted.
It's like sometimes you have lucky accidents like that, but
yeah, only I was echoing, which was the issue.
Oh no! Oh yeah, that's another one, Dr. Ruby. If you use OBS, make sure it doesn't switch your mic outputs. Every time my Windows updates, it resets. It resets what my default microphone is, but only in OBS. Only in OBS. Why? Screw you, Lampy. That's why. That's all. Like I could figure why it does that. So it's like check your audio, do an audio test, get into the habit of it. You might not always remember. You might think you're in a hurry, but do a quick audio test. Check talking to your mic and tap it and see if the bar goes up at least.
Make sure you're not always in the red.
Yeah, I think we have some people in chat with some good experience and some good advice. I see. Remember to not let stream play in the background of your own live. That's another one. Audio is murder on this kind of thing. Audio stuff is the worst. Hard.
And the most difficult to figure out live because you can't really hear yourself.
No.
So it's difficult. Okay, it's going on from that. Do you have any advice for streamers who are established, have been streaming a while, but are feeling unmotivated to continue
on? Don't be afraid to take a little bit of a break to recharge your batteries and do something that is not your streaming. I think I benefited. I definitely had a slump somewhere about 2 years in, actually, where I was just a lot more down and I was not as consistent and I just was not feeling it and I didn't really know what to do. And I kind of had to actually give myself at least a few weeks away to just reset. Play the games that you're not playing on stream or that you think you can't play on stream. Like save games for yourself, save things for yourself to do that aren't related to stream. Go outside if you're an outside kind of person. Go reconnect with different people. Watch other movies. Experience other things. Get out of your comfort zone to reset your creative juices. I think that is good to come back with. Like, you'll either see something that's like, oh, wow, I really like that. And you'll either come back and bring it to your stream and you'll be like, oh, boy, I'm re-energized. Or you'll be like, you know what? I'm done. Good. I think I've gotten all I wanted out of this, and I'm going to move on to some other stuff in my life. And that is valid. That is valid. Like, I know that I'm the kind of person, I stick with a hobby for about a decade. We're about 4 years in now on my end, coming up on 5 next March. And so I've got another 5 years of this in me, I think. But everybody works differently, gets different stuff out of it. And yeah, a lot of it really is if you're not feeling motivated and uninspired is you got to find some new inspiration. So stop for a bit and do something else. I think that's actually very, very useful for a lot of these things. It'll make you also miss it a little bit too, I think, if you're really enamored with streaming or whatever else your creative hobby is. To be away and you're like, oh man, I gotta get on stream. I just miss it. I miss my people. I miss this, so.
I think you start having kind of your best ideas when you give your brain a break, when you kind of turn it off a bit about the thing you're thinking of, and suddenly you start having the ideas of, oh, maybe I should do that web show that I've been planning to do for over a year. Maybe I should do that.
And now you're doing it, and it's really great. Yeah. This is very nice. You got a good format. You got good people on. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke up my own butt here, but no, I've liked the prior episodes quite a lot. They've been very entertaining.
Yes, and I'm trying to get a good variation on types of VTubers, which I think is important because I think all types of VTubers are valid VTubers, from PNG to customizable models to full-blown $20,000 crazy, I don't know, crazy things going on. Like I think it's all valid.
Gloria,
what we want to do.
Gloria in chat, my co-conspirator in all of this, started at the same time I did. The web show about Final Fantasy retrospective on Endwalker that we never did. Well, there's lots of new ideas. We can still do some Final Fantasy retrospective stuff, I think. I think we just gotta figure out our schedules. Hit me up after stream, because I gotta, there's roast chicken waiting for me after this is all done. But yes.
So I do have some more questions, but before we get to those, I want to quickly, well, not so quickly, but quickly go through some art that we talked about. So let's. I'm gonna make it bigger on the screen so people can see it. So I'm gonna move to the side. Feel free to move around wherever you want. I'm gonna stand in front of chat because it's fine. It's fine. They know what they're saying.
Yeah.
So
my tail's gonna get in the way a little bit, but otherwise we're okay here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Be in the way a little bit.
But yeah, they're just my credits. My model artist. They go by Olive now. They used to go by Honey Kudzu, and their user ID is still Honey Kudzu. But yeah.
Yeah, I took this off your Twitch page. So,
smart. That's smart.
So I just grabbed it from there. Let's move my coffee. Oh, I accidentally threw the coffee away. I was done with the coffee. It's fine. Okay. So yeah, your chibi model by Erezu. The other one by I can't say the name.
I think they go by Hexos. It's like
Hexos.
Yeah, that is the hex code for a particular shade of blue. But I think Hexos is how you actually pronounce it.
I know a couple people that go by hex codes, which is interesting kind of aesthetic there. I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the chibi car one that you showed earlier.
Yeah.
All of the things.
I highly recommend Rie Mitsuki's stuff. Just like I said, if you have the spare money, you can get yourself a very simple little model that does some really cute stuff. So yeah.
And I love the little gremlin models.
Yeah.
Going through some of the art that you wanted to show. This one I like very much. I did follow this person myself because
they've got really nice. They've got a beautiful art style. Like they've got really good use of color. I really love how they make my horns pop and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I use like a chibi that I got from them as well as part of my my stream scenes. Like I keep seeing I saw recently. Oh, they're open for commissions again. It's like I can't spend any more money, but I want more of their art.
I really like it, and this one's like a photo card type of thing. So I feel like it'd be good on a business card. That's what I was kind of thinking about for.
I use a version of that actually on my card, CARRD, which is like your little link list with all your stuff.
I love the cards. I update mine like every 6 months, and I'm sure like only like 2-3 people look at it, but I love updating.
No, it's important. Websites. You would be surprised at how many people are checking it. At least based off of I have an email set aside that's on my card specifically for business inquiries. Basically, this is my contact email, and I get contacted at that email at least once a month. Now, it's very often somebody asking something suspicious. It's like, hello, would you like to try out our extremely dubious VTuber software program thing? It's like, no, but they're looking. People are looking.
They are looking.
So,
yeah, I've only had one person ever reach out to me to look at something, but it was on Twitter. But maybe we'll see something in the future. We'll see. Okay, so this same artist, you got them again. This little cute chibi, I love it.
And they gave me a few variations of the mouth, like open, like a little smile and a little bit closed mouth, and just like so. For a while there, I used it as an emergency PNG tuber too. But yeah, like highly recommend their art. It's super cute, super cute. If I ever do get like a keychain made or something, I'm gonna come to them and be like, hey, can I use this as merch? Here's a big wad of cash. Boom, there you go. Thanks.
Yeah, I think this would be great as a keychain or just in general something similar.
Sticker. Yeah.
Yes.
Merch.
I like it. Yes. Also, hello Mochi. Sorry, sometimes I feel like I am ignoring chat during these interviews. It's like, no, I want to. We're all talking in one big circle. It's all good. Okay. Then you got this cute little chibi.
This is a cute little chibi that we're not supposed to show that just yet. I put it in there on purpose. It's a preview for those of you that may or may not be paying attention to stuff. It's a preview that I have to finish some work up first, though. What's it a preview of? That's the mystery you'll have to wait for. January, and hopefully we'll have things up and running in January. It's a spoiler, Hasso. It's a spoiler. It's a spoiler.
It's a reward for watching the interview.
There we go. It's a reward for attendance. Yes, there you are. It's a teaser. It's a teaser.
Okay, next
But
thing.
no, Sekinyan there though does like a lot of little custom cute ones models as well, of varying lengths and sizes and shorts and stuff. And they take time to get the work done because they take a lot of work on, but their quality is good. They're very communicative. Recommended. Otacat. I got this one from Otacat a while back because I wanted a sort of a 80s 90s retro anime style of myself.
I like it. It's very cool. I like the 90s style.
Yeah, it's a little bit more based off of my Vroid, but there's a lot of similarities there. It's got the same icon and stuff, but yeah. It's still. I love that. I love that old style because I'm old. Lampsmith cats.
I'm also.
Yeah.
Don't worry. A lot of us are old here.
Yeah. More people are old than not old, I think. But I think the reason that I keep encountering older people in the course of my VTubing is that I am also old, and I talk about old people things like my hip hurting and what I'm going to make for supper. Is that an old people thing? I mean, I think everybody should be concerned about what you're making for supper, but I complain about how much I paid for what I'm making for supper, you know? So
I think it's a sign of someone that has responsibilities.
There we go. That's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it.
The other day, I'm pretty sure that chat heard my knees popping when I moved.
But yeah, if you want some art done in the style, that particular old 90s, 80s anime style, Otacat highly recommended. They do primarily that kind of stuff. Great to work with for commissions. Great. Very good.
This really cute one.
This one here, I don't know how well the detail shows up on stream, but that is for Baby Pippo is an artist that I follow, and they post something almost every day. They have outfit or character adopts, basically. And they're always like some cute design with some gorgeous, floofy, ridiculous dress. And it's just, I actually got this one as a custom outfit. I wanted a Tiffany lamp, like the sort of stained glass lampshade, and the skirt underneath there is the stained glass lampshade.
Yes, I actually have a couple of Tiffany lamps here at home.
Nice.
My mum really likes them. We have a dragonfly one. Yes.
Oh, the dragonfly! I've seen a dragonfly design when I was going around looking for design inspiration. But yeah, someday I'm gonna get this turned into a proper custom model with the outfit. But it's also a matter of I gotta save the money up to do it. I have to pay for the actual commercial, turn this into a model rights, then I have to find someone to do the art, and so this is dreams for the future when I win the lottery or something,
I think the whole stained glass lamp thing is perfect for you, though. I think it makes so much sense.
It's a beautiful aesthetic that's very on theme, and like I'm like my current thing is more like a little plastic table lamp. I'm a plastic table lamp. This is my fancy power up, expensive, going out on the town kind of version. Yes.
Like an idol.
Yes.
Like a pop
very
star.
Much.
Next,
and the Haseo art here, I had to include that when I was picking through my art folder, because this was, I remember the morning that inspired this, and it was just like some kind of, I poured myself too large a bowl of cereal, and I was late to stream, so I started stream while I was trying to eat the cereal, and it was too many mini wheats. I was just like, I could not, it was the infinite bowl of mini wheats, and I was going clonk, clonk, chomp, slurp, 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 just all for the better part of 10 minutes in that morning, and Haseo drew that in response. It was funny at the time. It's funny in remembrance. I wanted to show that off because this Lamp's version of the floor ham is the infinite bowl of mini wheats. Like, mini wheats are good. They got fiber in them and also frosting. The two most important things in life,
Why does the floor ham comes back to haunt me all the time? Once I had a ham sandwich and I didn't like it. The ham tastes wrong. And I threw it across I put it in a bag, a little bin bag thing, and then I threw it across the room because I didn't want it near me because it was making me feel ill. And then the chat just likes to bring this up. It just talks about floor ham constantly.
The floor ham, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sometimes
strange.
you would be surprised the stuff that sticks. That's
Yes.
the greatest thing about this kind of stuff, honestly.
Sometimes the lore is written
thing.
for you just from what happens on stream. It's nice.
Exactly. Lore is not a thing that you can come fully formed. The best lore is formed as you go. It is the evolution of your concept as it makes contact with your friends. Like
Yes.
the preview there, the thing that I gave the preview of, it's like my chat. I'm realizing now I have a chat and I got to give my chat a name, and we're the lampreys. I have lampreys. A lamprey is
Ah.
not a very beautiful animal for the most part. A lamprey has a lot of teeth. A lamprey is like a fine and noble creature, but it's really hard to draw a cartoon version of that. So, well, there's a R-A-Y. There, you could have a lamprey, like a manta ray, right?
Right. Yes.
Anyway. Yeah, that's why we go lamp raid when we're raiding, right?
Oh, that makes sense.
But, like I said, come back in January. I got some work I still got to do. Hasio is like putting all the pieces together over here. Yeah.
It all comes together.
You guys are gonna have a shape and a form that you can inhabit very soon. Very, very soon. Very soon. Yes.
Next, you also submitted that I did. And I just put yay.
I friggin' love this thing so much. It's the best. I love finding chances to slap it on thumbnails if I can. Hope you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, I'm happy with it.
It is full of character, and it meant a lot to me at the time to have someone drew a picture of me. Yay!
Yeah, I did so many. I've slowed down a little with them, but I think there's like 107. There's
my god, that is so many. That is so many. Like I love when something.
Keep going.
Oh,
yeah,
it's great. That is so great. Oh, I see one in chat with Dr. Ruby right there. It's like that's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. It's
I got my one. There we go.
Oh yes, I love that. I love actually the way that works in the back of like I do we mostly use Twitch in dark mode? The way that the color of your hair outline pops against the darkness is so good. It's so good.
Yes, that's actually the original. Yay, Nikki, hello. That's actually the original decision to have the green and pink was so my hair would stand out on dark mode. Because I knew I wanted dark hair. And yeah.
The technical limitations. That's another thing that you can evolve your design over. It really is.
Oh, there's more. There's Hindy's onion, and then Dolly and another Nikki.
Oh, that's fantastic.
There we go. And then we have one more piece of art.
Oh, we're gonna
this one.
Back away so we can see the art.
Go wherever you want.
And that's another one that Puri Prado was offering, sort of outfit gacha, she calls it, where it's like you pay like $80 and we'll draw you. She'll just make up an outfit in the style, the gal style that you pick, Garu. And
yes.
I really like this. It's got like a lot of colors that I really enjoy. That's got a very nice dynamic pose there. They did the outfit, and then they're like, "Hey, I can draw you the full picture for a little more." And I'm like, "Yes, go for it, do it." And it's like another thing that someday I will get a model with this as the outfit. I think that'll be fun. But it's like, the future where you have money, right?
Yes, of course. If only money wasn't a thing and we could.
But yeah, once again, any of the artists that I have mentioned on this are ones that I would absolutely recommend. You can hit them up for commissions if you want to get some art yourself. Not either be you, Cinders, or anybody in your audience there. I can vouch for them all being great to work with and providing very nice stuff. Yeah.
Yes, I will be following them all on their DGens or whichever.
Yep.
Yes. Next, we have a little video. With some stuff. So I'm gonna, hopefully it doesn't start too loud, but I'll turn it up if it's too quiet and everything. But let's play it. I'm gonna
did a little compilation a while back of just here's some stream clips, here's some stuff that I had that's reasonably entertaining. Is there a prop that I can point with? There's surely a prop that I can point with that's not completely ridiculous. Alright, sure. I have a chainsaw. We're gonna point with my chainsaw. I have. Don't ask why we have a chainsaw here. Anyway. Yeah. Hello. Don't mess with my scroll wheel here. I'm like. Getting up all real close and personal here.
I know.
Yeah.
Video editing.
Okay. Then we're gonna run the entire stream with my head just taking up the entire thing. There you go. Big. 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 Okay, not big. Medium. Let's medium. How about medium? There we go. A proportional and aesthetically pleasing amount of space taken up on the screen here. I picked this up ages ago as a funny thing. It is one of the first rigged props. It's a set of bazooms. It's like, and you're supposed to just kind of like stick it on there somewhere on your model, incorporate it, and now you have, you know, now you're marketable. Now you're. I'm pretty sure this is okay on Twitch. This is covering all the appropriate boob zones. It actually worked.
Twitch appropriate. Twitch appropriate.
You know, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination, but hold on here. I just barely. Lol.
Welcome raiders. Welcome raiders.
+4 to bears. Yes.
Let's do the shout out.
We must buff our bears. We can't just barely do it. We must bring our all to bear. Will they eventually give you storage for different things of armor? Oh, the fence! Oh no, God! Look at those! They're cute. They're round. Look at those little creatures. Look! Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah, this is the best power. I love it. I love it. Hey, I better know this. I must have agreed to play this game. I have agreed to play this game. It's not like I agreed. It's not like anybody had to talk me into it. I talked myself into it. It's more, it's like, rather than anybody coming up to me and like, hey, you want some crack? It's more that I found some crack lying on the ground and I went, oh boy, and I shoved it up my nose. So here we are. You bear heavy responsibility. Hey! What?
I thought the video had stopped and I was like, what happened?
Oh, come on. What? No.
There you go.
But yeah, just a little compilation of some of the better stuff I had going at the time. And yeah, that was controller sync on the Model T Bass. The pixel model there that you see in the next clip that you see there, that has a toggle that like will sync with your controller if you get there's a free software. I think it's a free software called whatchamacallit. It's called YaruPad. And it just like will put your button, it will transmit your button presses through to VTube Studio, and a lot of the controller props or even some models can be rigged to just use the control button things to control the controller in your hands. Yeah.
Yay. It's great, the stuff like that. I always get worried about the things that can detect input. Because I'm like, it's gonna see what I'm typing on my keyboard. Everyone's gonna see me typing in my password. But
yeah, I don't like the keyboard's detection stuff more or less, but I like the ones where it's like your control pad, you know.
Yes. Also, thank you for the raid, Axel. I'm sorry we were in the middle of a video, so I was like, I don't know, I don't want to talk over it. But thank you. And also take care. I hope that you get your food. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, so I got 3 different shorts I wanted to go over as well, because they show a few of your different models working, and also some good editing by you. So
thank you. I'm so proud of how my editing's been coming along.
Yes, it's very good.
That's my tip for the day. If you find yourself having dental work, buy a can of Alphagetti and or Zoodles. No Chef Boyardee. You want Alphagetti or Zoodles because those noodles are very fine and mushy and pretty much just dissolve. If you are determined enough, you could just crack open a can of Alphagetti and or Zoodles and drink it, probably. You'd have to have a pretty motivated sense of swallowing. Huh? Maybe if you got one of those big gauge boba type straws. But you're not allowed to use a straw if you had major dental work as well, so I guess this is just like being disgusting for the sake of being disgusting. Now I want Alphagetti.
Do you think you could eat
chugging them noodle soups? Yes. Yeah. Have you had Alphagetti or Zoodles out of curiosity? Since
yes, I have, and they are good.
Yeah, it really is the perfect post dental food.
Yes, I'm more of a baked beans person. But I'm now wondering whether I could eat them through one of those boba straws.
You might be able to. I think that's doable. I don't know
if I should.
I don't think you should, but you could if you really felt like it.
If I really wanted to. Oh no, because we aren't really allowed plastic straws here, so maybe
Oh,
it might be a little bit
they
difficult.
they should make wide gauge like wheat type straws. They should.
I feel like it's just getting worse. Although actually,
Yeah.
maybe
We're
like a
digging this
pastel
hole
would
deeper.
work with the beans. But yeah, no, let's move on from that. Let's not gross everyone out. Okay,
Man,
let's do a couple more
RPG things are
codes.
hard to organize and get to, and
Oh, my bad.
man,
Top of it.
RPG things are hard to organize and get to and schedule, and like they are precious. The older you get, and like the more grown up you are, and the more time you have to spend doing things that aren't RPG things, the harder it is to actually accomplish an RPG thing. Ugh, the planning. We've got the micro stream RPG for those of you that want to grind some points, I suppose. There we go. Like the not quite a nicotine patch, maybe like a pack of gum. If you're trying to quit RPG, I don't know who's trying to quit RPGs. Honestly, RPGs are fantastic, and we should be playing them all the time. Yes, that's why we have a bonus RPG up here on stream for people to play around with. Haha.
Yeah, I saw that RPG thing. I thought it was pretty interesting. I've been tempted to get it myself.
Thing. It's fun. I know that the dev ran into some problems and he lost a lot of his work and there hasn't been an update in a while. But there's quite a bunch of stuff to potentially grind through. Yeah, Haseo has maxed out his level. He's stuck on level 30 and now he's just collecting coins. But it is still fun to mess with and it's a nice little toy. It's a nice little stream toy.
Yeah, I'm hoping having that, like, there'll be more stuff like that in the future. I'd love like one I could edit quite a bit because I think it'd be cool to have.
Yeah,
you could all fight me. That'd be fun.
There's lots of interesting stuff out there. I picked up StreamerBot recently, and I'm like, oh, I can make all kinds of things myself. Yeah, but that's effort. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded StreamerBot, and I've been thinking about it because I wanted to do the automatic shoutouts for raids.
Yeah, like StreamerBot's very powerful, and there's a lot of people have already done up the scripts for all the complicated stuff. And you just got to plug your stuff in. I say as someone who just keeps kicking the can down the road on setting up her own, but I use StreamerBot for a few things for redeems and like toggles, and I have some like and I have a Halloween redeem and a Valentine's redeem that I did, and I'm gonna see if I can do a Christmas one. But yeah.
Okay, my last clip that I.
Is this a Tim Hortons? Well. It can be a Tim Hortons. It can be a Tim Hortons. Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not actually sponsored. Do not. No. I can't afford to take you all to Tim Hortons. This is a very small operation. If you guys want something, you gotta pay for it yourself. I'm just saying. If you want one of those flatbread pizzas or one of those donuts filled with 15 things, you gotta pay for that yourself. No one expects the screen wipe of Tim Hortons bliss. Can get.
There you go.
I still have that Tim Hortons scene. I still have that Tim Hortons scene in case of emergency Tim Hortons visit being required.
Sometimes that is required. I
really
like the
is.
sprinkle donuts. I think I like the simple sprinkle donuts from there.
There is an appeal to that. Once upon a time, and I said, "Oh, that's gross. I don't like that." But you know what? With age, I've come to appreciate simple, sugary things a lot more.
I made the screen a little bit smaller again, so because we're just gonna have text on there from now on. Okay. Yes, the chat is excited about Timmy's.
Timmy's enthusiasm.
Okay, my question is: you describe yourself as a huge lore buff. Which universe would you say you have delved most into?
Final Fantasy 14 for sure. Final Fantasy 14. That was the big thing that I started streaming about because it's like I realized that there was a bunch of stuff like in the French version, the French translation of the game. And I spoke French. I'm like, I'm going to stream this in French and we're going to find the differences and it's going to be so cool. But I already had like the lore books for Final Fantasy 14 and I watched other lore videos and I loved wandering around the world and talking to everybody. So I'm like, I want to talk about the lore. Now there's other people talk about the lore a lot better than I possibly ever could. But that was my initial motivating impulse. And it's like, I can talk your ear off about obscure Final Fantasy 14 facts about locations and things and NPCs and interesting stuff that you might not have noticed. I don't have any brain power for the lore and anything else right now. For the that's where it's all located. But when I get into really something a lot, I will go big on the lore. I care a lot about the story and the characters and the world building, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, well, actually, Dr. Ruby, a lot more wine and cigs in the French version of Final Fantasy XIV. There's one particular thing that the French version does. They carry over some of the language quirks that Final Fantasy XI had for characters. So, Lalafell early on would talk and rhyme a little bit. And Mikote would roll their R's like, vroom. Like, they did that a little bit in the English, but they quickly dropped that off in the English, but French kept it. Interesting fact about speech patterns. Grahatia speaks with a rolled R. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but like the red hair cat boy, he was introduced. He spoke with the rolled R in his dialogue. There you go. Y'shtola does not speak with the rolled R. Her dialogue never has a rolled R. She is very prim and proper and purposeful about the way she talks. So that's a characterization thing. Additional characterization things. There are some other Mikote characters that show up in Shadowbringers that do not roll their R's as well. I will leave it at that. And you will notice sometimes they don't. The rolled R is a giveaway if a character is Mikote quite often in the French version. And they've always kept up with it, even in events, like in event stories where they have like the holidays, like the Christmas NPC, she'll roll her R's. The Easter NPC, she rolls her R's. It's cute. It's cute. Anyway, I will spare. We can move on to another question after that. I got started, but I gotta stop. I can stop myself.
So if people want to talk more about Final Fantasy, they can definitely come to streams and they can nerd out about it.
I will talk to you about that happily.
Good. Okay. So Final Fantasy fans, go follow. If you haven't already, you should have already. But if you haven't already, there's something to talk about. Okay. We saw the Tim Hortons short.
The Timmy's
what
question.
What do you normally order from Tim Hortons?
What do I normally order? Breakfast. I like a Timmy's breakfast. It's not necessarily good, but like once a week, actually, Catboy husband and I go and we get our breakfast from Tim Hortons on a Sunday morning. I get an everything bagel with egg and sausage and cheese on it. And
nice.
Yeah, I like the savory stuff. I like they have like the savory pastries. Like they have like their like rolled like onion and cheese and red pepper or whatever. Like they have some really nice savory pastries. Those are really good. I really like that. But for Timbit flavor, the birthday cake one, the sprinkles one,
yes,
that is honestly the filled ones are our close runner up. I love a filled the jam one, but the sprinkle covered birthday cake Timbits, just they're really good. They're really good. Do they serve empanadas?
I don't think so.
No, they serve a lot of other savory stuff. They don't have empanadas to my knowledge. You can get like a lot of. They have wraps and they have bowls and they have sandwiches and they have. They'll put an egg patty on just about between two pieces of any kind of bread that you can conceive of. Practically, the breakfast box. Have you the breakfast boxes? That's like there's no bread in those. That's just like they just smash up an egg patty and they throw in a sausage and they smash up 2 hash browns and they throw some sauce on it and they give it to you and they're like, here you go.
I love a bowl of just stuff that's chopped up like that.
Yes.
I love it.
It's like it looks totally gross and it's kind of like I feel like I shouldn't enjoy it as much as I do, but I do like it.
It's the same reason like when you get like the burrito bowls, it's just everything chopped up, or sometimes when you have like the cut up meat with roasted vegetables in the boxes, it's like yes.
So that actually raises a question. That raises an interesting food question for both chat and for you. It's like, are you all your food has to be separate person, or are you a stir the entire thing together into a consistency person? Because these are two. These are not strictly. This is a spectrum of how much combination and how much separation. But these are different. These are distinct categories. I love the bowl of slop. I love the bowl.
I also like that.
You make yourself the beautiful bibimbap rice bowl with your vegetables beautifully arranged and sprinkled on. It's gorgeous. You take a picture. You sit there. You appreciate it, and then you get your spoon and you stir it until it's consistent, and then you eat it.
Yeah, I like the bowl, but I need to know what is in it.
That's important. That's
Yes,
important.
yes.
That's why you have to have it nicely decorated so you can identify all the components, and then
then
you voluntarily stir it.
exactly.
That's the important part. All right.
Daily value percentages or slop.
You got it. You got it. We need our slop in this modern age. Just a little bit of slop to get us through. Very important.
Here's a question. Have you previously worked on anything that you feel has helped you in VTubing? So like studying something at school or a previous project?
Actually, yes, kind of. Not school. A hobby that I had for years and years. I was a LARPer. I was a live action role player. And a lot
Like
of
in
what actually
person?
helped me was not just the dressing up and putting on a wig and a costume and running around pretending to be things for the weekend or whatever, but also I ended up on the organizational team after a while. So I was handling the bank account and handling booking facilities and just handling the admin side of things as well. So these are all life experiences that can help you along in a lot of ways, but I think that the LARPing helped me get my head around the performing aspect of this a bit. And like one thing that I recognize from LARPing that I think manifests also when you're VTubing is I would purposely design my character to require a wig or a hat or a very purposeful costume piece so that when I have the wig on or the hat on or the jacket on, now I'm character. Now I'm this other person. So when my model's on, I'm Lampy. When my model's off and I'm wandering around off on the computer, I'm not Lampy. I'm regular name. I'm my real life person. But when the model's on, I'm Lampy because I notice the gremlinier my model is, the gremlinier I act. I will act in accordance with how my model looks. It's subtle. It's subtle. But the way that you dress and you feel will impact the way that you behave. So you kind of have to take that into account. I think that's kind of ties back into ideas of design. It's like you may want to have a design that matches with your natural tendencies, or you want a design that supports the kind of stuff you want to be doing, you know? So yeah, LARP.
It makes it
LARP got
easier
me
to
there.
give it that voice. It makes sense. Is there anything about VTubing that you think would surprise people that do not VTube?
There definitely is. I'm just trying to think because it's like trying to think of something more unusual. It's like it's a lot more technical than you would expect, but a lot less technical than you would expect. Like you do not need nearly as much heavy equipment or whatever as you might have once done, but you have to actually have a fair bit of software mastery. So there is that end of it. Like, but it's very much this is once you start doing it, it's easy. I just like move the camera over and put the microphone stand in place, and I do blah 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 for a couple hours, and then you put it away and you're done. It's can be quite simple. You only have to make it complicated if you wanna.
Yes.
I think actually one of the big surprises that would surprise people is like how many actual completely normal grown ass adults are doing this behind whatever characters they are. Everybody is so many people are in their 30s or more, and everybody's like, oh, it's young people doing whatever. No, it's like you have to have a good enough day job to pay for your equipment and your models and your stuff past a certain point. Or you have to be independently wealthy, or you have to be in credit card debt. So the odds are that you are probably 30 or above. That would probably surprise a lot of people.
Yeah.
VTubing is absolutely for everybody. Absolutely. You will have the young, you will have the old, you will have the very old, you will have every possible kind of person doing it, and I think that's fantastic.
I actually feel going past 30 is one of the kind of instigators in what made me want to start VTubing, because I always wanted to do stuff, and then I was too shy, and I'm like, I don't want to. I wanted to do YouTube stuff for so long. I used to go to like YouTube events and like talk to creators.
You want to do it, but you don't know how to get started. Like
and I do want my face.
You're standing at the edge of the water, and you're worried that the water's cold. And I've never really swum before, but it's like just you gotta get in there, and you gotta. That's why the big advice is just take whatever push that you can to get yourself started to make things, to be creating, to be videoing, to be streaming, because it can be intimidating to figure out how to start. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mhm.
I do not blame anybody for stalling on it. Lord knows that I at one point, I think like 5 years prior to when I started streaming, I made my Twitch account with the idea of I'm gonna try this. And then I couldn't get it work technically, and I got frustrated and I stopped. But yeah, try.
Yes.
All you gotta
Just
do.
gotta go.
You gotta go. If you have someone to give you that push to get you there, or you have the impulse burning in your soul to the fire that you gotta do this, let that take you there. Let it get you there. Yeah.
Yes. Just gotta do it. And yeah, definitely sink or swim, but you'll always swim. You'll be okay. Gotta
It's
believe.
fine. The pool is not that deep. It doesn't even go above your armpits. Stand upright and you're fine.
It's just a little cold.
It's just a little chilly is all. It's fine.
Kind of going from kind of that kind of thought. Are there any critical skills you think people should refine before VTubing?
I do think that, well, the VTubing itself, the streaming itself, I think you do need to learn how to talk. You have to learn to be willing to just get yourself out there and make a little bit of a fool of yourself. You have to be able to overcome that nervousness and shame. It is a step you've got to get past. I don't worry about it or think about it anymore at all. I was nervous on my first few streams, but it's like very, very quickly falls away once you get used to it, I find. Like, the adjusting to the cold water in the pool. But you should... Also, your social skills are going to be important because I think, well, if you're going to do this seriously, I'm going to put on a more serious voice here. If you're going to do this seriously as a job or as a career, or if you just, want to grow your numbers, you will have to socialize with other people. You'll have to learn how to handle polite conversation, to communicate clearly, to make plans and to keep plans. You have to, just that basic sort of social discourse thing. You have to get your head around that. Like, don't be rude, be polite, be on time. If you have to turn something down, do it promptly. Don't leave people hanging. You really should work on that social end of things. If you're just doing it for whatever and having fun, you can be as rude as you want, I suppose. But like, just as as an old lady opinion, you should learn some manners. Learn how to comport yourself. Learn how to post on social media in a polite fashion that does not get you in trouble. Learn how to interact with others. Learn the social vibe. I think that's a really big thing. Like so much of this is social skill, both on stream and off stream. So much is about not just like when you're on stream and talking to your chat and hanging around with everybody. That's one kind of social, but there's also the behind the scenes, chatting with your peers and all of that. You need to learn how to talk politely and evenly with others and to kind of figure out the social vibe. I think that's really, really important. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel something that I didn't expect to be useful, and it's definitely feeling like coming up to like later years of VTube, especially more recently, is like being patient and understanding patience around like things that might annoy you, or like just like little things.
Learning to let it go. Learning to let it go. Yes. Learning to stay in your lane. That's actually another important thing. Do not get distracted with other people's business, even though you may be very tempted to get distracted with other people's business, because the time that you are spending in other people's business, getting into their internet arguments, whatever, even though it feels really good sometimes to argue on the internet, holy jeez. But the time that you are spending doing that is not time that you are streaming or hanging out with your friends or making something cool. The time that you spend friggin' off yelling at people on whatever website that you choose is time that you are not spending doing something fun like this, or working on some fun art, or working on a cool project, or editing a video, or doing something genuinely productive with your life, for real and for serious. Yeah.
So much positive things you could be doing.
Yeah, and there's not enough positive stuff in the world, I think. No one is obligated to do anything in particular, but I think that you can put so much positivity out into the world with your creativeness and your creative platform. And I think whatever little bit that you can put out there is net positive.
Yeah.
And you say
Yeah.
FemGhost actually has something to say here.
Yes.
For
And they were saying about the they turn the viewer numbers off so they can't
Yeah.
see them. It makes them feel better. I do the same.
yeah, I don't
as
keep
soon
it up.
as I go live, it's gone. I'm not looking.
It's not something I have highlighted. It's buried on a tab under. I will peek sometimes when I'm like, what's actually happening today? And sometimes I will be surprised. But I don't worry about it too much because you can just sort of tell by the vibe of chat or whatever it is how the day is going. That's my gauge of how stuff is.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have like when I look back at it, I'll be like, oh, I had lower numbers, but chat was more active. And I was like, I'd rather that. Because sometimes it's empty, chat's empty, and then I look back and I'm like, I had quite a few viewers. Where was everyone? But
you can be surprised at how many lurkers will be accumulating. Like, bless the lurkers of the world. Lord knows that I am very often the lurker. It's like I've been lurking in your stuff lately, and then you say Lampy, and I'm like, hello.
Yeah, that was funny. I feel like I got caught. I feel like it's like, oh, they're behind me, aren't they? Kind of.
I was there. I was yesterday or the day before. I was there like for an hour and a half, and I was working on some terrible ass spreadsheet for work, and I was like, "It's me! They mentioned me."
Yes, it's good. It's a good time. Yeah, I definitely just turn off the views. I don't even have I have the Twitch creator dashboard thing, but I don't have it up. Like it's in the background, and then the views turned off.
I have it in a tab buried behind 5 things. So, and I also you can on the dashboard you can click on the viewer thing on the dashboard to turn it just to a line. You can click on the viewer number and it'll just hide it for you, so you can look at the rest of the dashboard safely.
Yes, because you would get so in your head like, oh, one person disappeared, one person appeared.
Yeah. Do not pay attention. Like do not miss the forest for the trees. Do not be concerned about the individual tree. Worry about your forest. Your forest is the overall vibe of your chat and your stream and your stuff. And sometimes what you are bringing is indeed like nobody showed up, but you are still bringing your A game, and that is fine. I have had very quiet evenings where it's like I thought this was a great game and I was really bringing her, but unfortunately all my regulars had to be out or were doing something else, and so it goes. You still have a good VOD and good memories. It's still fun.
And you got to do it for the VOD. If no one's talking to you, imagine there is someone watching the VOD. Because sometimes there is. And they want to be entertained too. So just imagine it's got a later watcher. And people have those little tiny people on the bottom of the screen that counts all the views in animated GIF. Wondering, it gives you anxiety. Sometimes I have them as little spiders, but they're pretty small and you can't see the names.
Yeah, and you can organize those, like there's settings in it. I've downloaded it and then I tried to use it and a bunch of set of stuff, but you can set it up so that like it'll only appear if someone chats rather than if anybody's lurking. It'll only show actual people who voluntarily expose themselves to the rest of the socialization. Because like bless the lurkers of the world. Not everybody has to be an active chatter. I love an active chatter. I love someone that's willing to shoot the shit with me a little bit, but I get it. Sometimes I think the greatest compliment is people like to tune in and just listen to whatever it is that's going to happen. They're vibing. We are vibing at a distance through the wonder of the internet. There's a connection there, even though we may not know each other and have never made eye contact. And it's just, but still beautiful, you know? Still beautiful.
About the first year of me watching streams, I had like 2,000 watch hours and then like 20 chat messages. Because I was just watching, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Same. Very same.
Yeah. It wasn't until I like actually made like friends, I guess, with people. And like I was streaming myself that I was like, oh, I'm actually gonna talk to people and then it was good times after that. But yeah, the first year of watching like big streamers, I didn't talk. The odd emoji, the odd emotes in chat, but no talking.
Yeah, T-Bass has it right. All viewers are valid, whether they speak or not, whether they're here live or on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello again, YouTube. Of the future.
Speaking of chat, do you have a favorite chat interaction or just like a good memory?
A favorite moment in chat? I was going to say like chat redeem kind of stuff. It's like no, well,
hey, bro.
But no, it's like I've had some fantastic. I derailed a stream for like an hour once talking about Putin. Like I think one of my not very useful but yet time has always borne it out for me. One of my most useful pieces of streaming advice is, when all else fails, start talking about food. When all else fails, bring up like your favorite flavor of pizza, talk about your dinner, complain about talk about food, because it's very hard to be sure that your particular hobby or the particular game is going to resonate with everybody. But everybody's got to eat. And they either are going to love the thing you're talking about or they're going to hate it. Like the hand grenade of pineapple on pizza, yes, no, is like the emergency chat engagement button. I try not to hammer that very often because it's kind of a stupid topic, but it works. It is reliable.
I like pineapple on pizza.
I do too. It's quite a good topping. I actually I don't know if it's a chat interaction, but I did a fundraiser stream where one of the incentives was chat gets to pick my pizza toppings. And of course they tried to pick all the worst quote unquote pizza toppings. They gave me anchovies, but the secret is I like anchovies.
Oh, I did that once and they put tuna and I hate tuna.
I would totally eat tuna on pizza, but like there was nobody that offered tuna on pizza. It was like anchovies was the scariest. It was like anchovies, hot pepper, pineapple, chicken. It had chicken on it. I think the chicken added the least to the proceedings, honest to God. Edamame is delicious. Like the little every time I think of edamame, like the little soybeans that you get them roasted and boiled and salted and eat them at the Japanese restaurant, I reminded of a friend. We took him to the Japanese restaurant for the first time, and they set the edamame in front of him, and we were like shelling them and eating the beans. He was eating the pods whole. And we only noticed this. We only noticed the potted edamame. You pop the little beans out. We only noticed this about halfway through the plate of appetizer edamame. It's like, my guy, what are you doing? I'm eating the beans. It's good. I like it.
Bit tough, but
it's good fiber. But I don't think it's the intended experience. But like, well, you know, he was happy to keep at it. It's all right. Okay, he was getting his money's worth. He was getting his money's worth.
Femghost is saying that they like to talk about water with cereal. And it's funny, actually, that you mentioned that. Someone in my work meeting this morning started talking about that. And I was like, it's terrible.
That's fantastic. You know what I would do as a kid? You know what I would do as a kid, though? Because I didn't like non-sugary cereals as a kid. But, you know, a lot of cereals are not sugary, like Cheerios or whatever. Cheerios with apple juice.
Oh.
Cheerios with apple juice. I don't think it was good, strictly speaking. Looking back on it, I don't think that was actually a good idea. But I liked it, and it got me to eat the Cheerios, so who can really say?
And Cheerios are good for you, and apple juice is good for you.
Unfollow
nasty. Refollow for inventiveness.
Yeah, like I said, I was like a kid, and like I was a much fussier eater as a child. I grew up, and now I'm like, I will try anything at least once, and now I have a much wider ranging palate. But as a child, I was like, we're not being challenged here. Does it have flavor? Not scary. Flavor's scary. Oh, sweet or salty? Like I couldn't do mustard until I was like 19 years old. Honest to God.
Pikachu?
Oh, thank you for the follow, Femghost. Thank you.
Cute.
I was gonna say something. I forgot my brain. Oh, the glitch made my brain go. How do you feel about cereal being made milk first?
I feel, well, that's a choice. I'm not going to discount it because I'm sure that whoever does it that way has a feeling about the logic and the vibes behind it. But personally, I'll add as much cereal as I want and then measure the milk in to coordinate with the amount of cereal. Like, it just seems like kind of backwards because then you would end up with more cereal than you necessarily want. And the cereal is cheaper than the milk. Generally, right? And there's economic angle here where I add the minimum amount of milk to my cereal to allow it to be sufficiently moist. So I can use more milk over the course of my milk purchase. So you add the cereal and then you add just enough milk. If you're, you know. Like ending up with a giant bowl of mini wheats, Hasio. I made mistakes that day, I tell you. I made mistakes. I had to live with them, so did you.
Okay, I really like crunchy cereal, so I put the milk in first, and then I add a little bit of cereal, and I eat it. and then I add a little bit of
Oh.
cereal, and I eat it, and then I add a
Oh,
little bit
you
of
are
cereal, and I eat it.
on a just totally separate level of genius. Actually, this is how we should be doing
See?
it. You need the two side by side bowls to combine bit by bit. That oh shit, we are onto something important here.
It's
Oh,
enlightening. Don't give in to the lies that milk first is blasphemy. It's the way forward. Okay, let's move on. Next one. Before everyone thinks I'm a heathen. Okay, let's go on. Your top wish for VTubing. So this could be like a piece of technology you wish existed, or just something you wish that was in the space.
for VTubing in general, it's like wider adoption, I guess. Getting it out of the niche that it's currently in. Like, I'm a big old weeb and I like anime things. And gradually, little by little, the technology and the popularity and stuff is creeping outwards. And there's more stuff going on. I want it to be more normalized. I want it to be more just like, that's something that you just can do. And it's not doesn't have all the baggage of it's only like the thing that's been going around lately, not to drag the drama in, but people like weird normie trolls going on, it's all 40-year-old men with voice changers or friggin' and it's like, well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with being a 40-year-old man using a voice changer. That's fantastic. Live your best life. But the second hand of it is like it is more than just anime people going bobbing up and down doing whatever weird illicit thing that you think it is. It's like it is I want the medium to expand even far past, just beyond, because there's so much that can be done with the idea of putting an animated model that tracks your expressions and that you act through. And there's so many people doing so many amazing things that do not get nearly enough credit because it's a crowded space out there at everybody's eyeball. There's not enough time for everybody's eyeballs to be on it, and I want it to become so much more normal.
Yeah, more of a medium, more of a
that's
means
a quote
to stream rather than.
That's a quote for the ages down there in chat right there. That's a quote for the ages.
Oh, that's perfect. Was it mama, man, nam? Wonderful.
Yes. I mean every word of it. I mean every word.
You know what? This needs pride of place. There we go. Pinned it. Perfect. Yeah, I think I was kind of related to that. I was kind of complaining the other day that I don't feel that best VTuber should even be a topic, like shouldn't even be a category, because
it tries to
there's no face cam.
It tries to boil down a very wide space into a very narrow thing.
Yes.
I don't think it advances the space at all in any way. You're right. It does not really get us there.
It keeps VTubing in a box. Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be this wholly separate thing, but related to that, I also wish not just for the outside people to VTubing to recognize, it's cool and great. I wish for VTubers, people who came to streaming entirely through VTubing and learned about streaming and developed a taste for the streaming in that whole hollow niche whatever niche of VTubing, and that's what they have the taste for. I wish for them to venture outside and experience streaming outside of that, to realize that it's not that different, and there's stuff out there for you that does not involve putting on a digital costume. It's okay to look at a regular person's face sometimes. They can stream good too. I want peace between our peoples. I want unity in our time. Yeah.
A spokesman for VTubing.
There we
should
go.
Be you.
That's a lot of responsibility. That
is. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. But I think that's definitely important. So I have one more question after this. So if anyone has any questions, get them in now, and we'll answer them after this upcoming one.
Get them in now. Yes. We're coming up on the 2 hours I see here, and I know that I got supper waiting for me and the husband on the road. So I'll answer a few questions if anybody's got them, but we should probably be we're approaching the end of the time here, which is regrettable because I'm really enjoying myself. This is fun.
Yes. Where can people find you if they wanna see more of you, which I'm sure they do?
Twitch.tv/Lampdevil as well. You can find me there, and I've got links in my bio to all the other places that you can then find me. But twitch.tv/Lampdevil every Saturday morning at 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern time, which is getting closer to the like little afternoon for you guys in your time zone. Yeah. Yeah, at the beginning, is the lamp a devil or is the devil a lamp? The lamp is a devil. I was lamp before I was devil. First I was lamp and then I became
Yes.
devilish. That is the order of operations. Yes.
And her mother is a lighthouse.
My mother is a lighthouse. She's
And she
she's
has a
very
big
big
hat.
in our community. She's very big. A real luminary. Yes.
Yes. Gaslight is the gaslight emote. I feel like we should make you a gaslight emote. I feel like we should do that. Yeah, so does anyone have any more questions? If not, we'll head out. Give it a little minute.
Thank you so much for having me, Cinders.
That's okay. I had a great time. I think it was a great conversation. Great journey through the model and great showcasing of a lot of the art you have. I think it was really cool.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I think I already said that, but it bears saying again. I do mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Yes,
We'll
and
have to-
hopefully we can
we'll
do more things.
I will
And
have to
I
get
will
you on
also see
my
what we
stream
have.
sometime for something.
Yes.
I've got vague amorphous plans for the future, and if I'll see if I can get you involved in them.
Yes, I will always be here.
All right.
I'll be
Fantastic.
doing something. Next week we have Hellzy, who is a Dead by Daylight streamer who we will be chatting with, and they are a 3D model, and I think I might be going back into my 3D model for the
I'll have to
interview.
be there for that.
So yes, that should be interesting.
Awesome.